Happy Friday! I feel like I get so nervous trying to make these YouTube videos, but today we are starting a new tradition. Hopefully, I can get a video out every Friday, but of course, I need snacks when I make these videos, so I have some Japanese crackers and I also made some jasmine milk tea. I hope you all have been doing well and staying warm. It has been really cold here in Portland, even though we haven't had any snow. It's been a warmer winter, but it's still colder than I would like. So for this video, I know we're not quite at Valentine's Day yet, but I still just wanted to practice some Valentine's Day card ideas. And so today I will be creating some watercolor heart illustrations. Of course, I will be using my Mungyo watercolors. I found these from another artist on YouTube named Shada Campbell. She has been one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to making art, but also just making these YouTube videos as well. And so here I am just trying to find the pinks and the reds that I want to use for this piece. It may seem kind of weird that I leave these colors in the palette still, but for some reason I also get inspiration by just looking at these colors when I start a project and not intimidated by just a white palette. And I've made these colors before, so they're colors that I trust. So this is just a little thing that I do. And I'm just trying to create areas that are lighter and darker so that I can kind of just navigate to those while I'm painting. But I had these really cute hearts last year from the cards I made last year, so I had to just sprinkle them around. But first, we must have a sip of tea. It just helps me get in the zone, and I am the biggest tea girly ever. Also, yes, I am recording the voiceover for this at 8 in the morning. I just woke up, so my voice is a little bit weird, so I apologize. If you ever want a fun day of watercolor, just draw little hearts. They're super easy, but it also is just really cute and brings some positivity. You'll kind of see in a few minutes where I'll be going with this, but essentially I am going to create one big heart out of all these little hearts, and I'm trying to use different colors for each one. As you go on, the water brush and the paints do get more translucent, so that was just kind of making it easier for me. And I like to create those little white spaces, just so that it's not just full paint. Another one of my favorite things about watercolor is the messier you are, the more rustic it looks, so I really love just being able to not stress, just let the brush do its thing. I wanted the colors to bleed a little bit here, so I'm trying to just get the little hearts to touch each other now and do this while everything is still wet. But even if you don't like to paint, I hope this video just brings some relaxation to you. One thing I would have done a little bit differently if I were to do this painting again is you'll start to see my heart is kind of taking off on the upper side of the page. In the end, I would have liked it a little more center, so with a colored pencil, I think is sometimes a better option than just a regular pencil. I would have centered a colored pencil heart first and then drawn the hearts over it. When you use a regular pencil, once you put watercolor on top of it, there's no way to erase it. So using a very, very light pink colored pencil here would have been very helpful. Here I had a little bit too much water on this heart, so I'm just taking a dry brush and dabbing off that water. It also just creates a really cool faded effect on the heart. But since my paints are drying a little faster than I thought they would, I'm also just trying to make the colors bleed together a little more by bringing in some water. Okay, so we are on to our next piece. I wanted to create 3 hearts, and I also should have sketched this out earlier because they are going to come out in different sizes, which you'll see soon. But I really love going down with just water first. This will just allow those colors to flow and bleed really easily, and it creates such a beautiful effect. So I'm leaving some spaces just so that it's not all watercolor. But I got quite a bit of water down, and now I'm just going to dab in some colors. I'm starting with a red. And then I'm just going in with light pink. And so my idea here was try and have dark colors on one side and light colors on the other. It does change as the video goes on, but that was my intention in the beginning. You'll be able to see the colors bleed a little more here, but I'm just having a lot of fun with the water. I kind of ended up not having too many white spaces left when I was done with this, but one thing you can always do is go over with a white gel pen. But I just think it's so pretty how the colors just spread out and then blend into each other. Now for my second heart I'm doing, I went in with more of a white color this time because I wanted this heart to be lighter. But same thing as last time, I'm just going in with a lot of water, not much color, and then I will be going in later, dabbing in more colors to just blend it out. And we are going in with our last heart here. This one I wanted to make a little more red, and since my water is already a little pink, I'm just going with it. I do get a little lazy when it comes to cleaning out my jar of water when I'm painting. This definitely feels a little bit early to be prepping for Valentine's Day, but if I've learned anything, time sneaks up on you so fast. I wanted to get a little bit of a head start so that I can hopefully share some of these handmade Valentine's Day cards on my Etsy and my Instagram and TikTok so that if anyone is interested in buying some, they can see them there. Also, does anyone else have an arts and crafts snack that they like to have while they're working on things? If so, please share them below. I am the biggest snack person ever. I always have snacks around the house and they just make me very happy. But here are my hearts that I drew on the right side. And then here is that array of hearts that make a big heart. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope this just brings some fun and love and joy to your day. And I will see y'all in the next video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.